The podcast, which you are about to listen to, is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 3 library staff members, tasked with picking films for each other to view. It is all the more tragic that they were relatively young, but had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished, to listen to as much of the mad and macabre as they were to experience this day. For them, a day at the office became a nightmare. The events of this discussion were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre podcasts in the annals of American history, the Real Opposites Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Real Opposites. I'm Aaron,
I'm Josh.
I'm Toby.
and we are back this episode to discuss my choice from last episode, The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, a 2009 documentary that kind of about Jesco White and his family, or I guess really
It's more about
it's
the family.
more about Mamie and her family, which
Yeah.
is Jesco's sister. But this I think this movie is interesting. I like things like this where it's a view into people's life that's unfiltered, ish.
Yeah.
You know that it's not like they're doing certain things because I mean it is stuff they would normally do.
Right.
But I just like things like that, and this one's interesting, and it definitely has had an effect on the way people think of West Virginia.
Yeah.
And just thought it would be a neat one to watch and talk about
Okay.
because I feel like there's a lot to talk about in the sense that, like I said, I mean, it even has influenced what people thought of West Virginia and things like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it certainly does, and in like a not the most positive.
Oh,
place.
not positive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just find it fun. But anyways, that's why I picked it.
So I think early on, I think it's the sheriff that they're interviewing,
Mm-hmm.
or the mayor. I can't remember. But he's talking about, a kid.
They got MIT.
Yeah, they got MIT and was getting out of this place and making something of himself. And
Right.
it's like, y'all aren't making a documentary about him.
Right.
You're making a documentary about these people.
Yeah,
That's exactly how I feel.
yeah,
I feel like this is exploitive and demeaning.
Mhm.
And I don't know why you want to give because these people, part of the reason that the people like the interview, like they're acting this way because they're on camera
somewhat.
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But you're just putting fuel
Yeah, oh, for
on
sure,
that fire,
100%.
and it gives them, people, this comes out and it's popular, and they
Mm-hmm.
go even further. I mean, it's a reality TV show in
Yeah.
a documentary form.
Right.
And it gives, I mean, there are people like this, and that's
Right.
fine. I don't know if we need a documentary about them.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
that's where I
yes, there-
fall. It's not. I mean, we have enough problems as our identity in this state
For sure.
that this doesn't help.
Right.
Right.
So
I mean, it's certainly not a flattering portrait. I think I said on the last podcast, I don't know if it made it to the cut, but like that when I was moving here, I had friends that were like, "Oh, you have to watch this documentary
yeah.
before you move there," and I was like, "I don't feel like that's going to be representative, but okay," because like I mean, I'm from like South Carolina, and I think that there are people like this in every state that is impoverished, poor,
yeah,
depressed, where there are people that are born somewhere that is incredibly hard to get out of, into a culture where drug use is rampant, that like where fatalism has taken in, where everyone tells you there's no getting out, there's no being anybody.
100%.
And I was like, it's not a specific to West Virginia thing, but West Virginia is so economically depressed that I feel like it is maybe a more common thing to experience, like to experience people that like
I believe, the most economically depressed.
Yes.
I think
It is. It is.
in the country.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're 1 or 2.
Yeah. We're not doing great there. Yeah, it's like even our high paying jobs don't pay well,
Right.
comparatively. Like you go anywhere else in basically any industry and you make $30,000 to $40,000 more, and that's just, I mean, the cost of living's a little higher, but it's
Yeah.
just, yeah. I mean, yeah, the reality of it is it's just people that uh didn't get opportunity, but also have this culture that why bother, why try, why
Right.
reach,
Yeah.
why reach
A-
beyond.
Appalachian fatalism.
Yeah, why try to be better than yourself if like this is all you know and all anyone you know has ever known.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like,
It's definitely a thing here.
It is. So, and I mean, like I said, I actually love this. I do. I had so much fun rewatching it. I hadn't seen it in so many years, and Mark and I watched it last night, and it's like there's parts that I think are hilarious. And there's some T-shirts I want to make with some slogans that they say on there. Just some great little tidbits, but it's hilarious in a sad
It's
way as
sad.
well.
it's like you have to laugh about it because
Right.
like what is the alternative is to like stew in something that cannot be helped and there's
Yeah.
nothing to be done at this point. Like
Well, and I think the one good part of this movie is that they do dive into a little bit of the family history, and it is an interesting history because his dad was becoming Jessica White's and Mamie's White's dad. I could never remember his
Del
name.
Rey or D Ray.
Yeah, it's something like something Ray. He was becoming somewhat famous for his tap dancing, or I
Yeah.
guess that's what it is, tap dancing.
Mhm.
And they were like finishing up a movie he was going to be in, and then he was murdered, and that kind of set everything else off. And it was like he was, and I think they talk about this. He was like the patriarch of the family, and just once he was gone,
Right.
there was no glue. Like he was what held everything together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have the mom who has had like a bazillion children, and then takes in children.
24
Seems like a
of her
great
own,
woman,
and then
honestly.
more.
Um,
That's the part of this that I'm always like, it's so sad because like she's at they're like her birthday party and like they're doing drugs in front of her and she's just crying.
Yeah.
Because she has no control over
Right.
and it's like, did you don't know if she raised them better than that,
Right.
which clearly not.
No,
but,
you can't. Like,
yeah.
we have that many kids. Like, one person.
That's what I was saying,
can't,
like-
yeah.
and she was always taking in like fosters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Not great.
They would be fine. Else, they would like you.
Yeah.
You can't take care of that many kids. Put them in. Like, you have to.
Right. But I think at the time there was just nothing else set up in that area to.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
they
it was
were,
like leave
I
them
mean-
at
Dropping them at a fire station probably would have been better.
right.
well,
but-
and that's the is it not Bo? What is it? Kirk ends up giving up her kid.
She does. Yeah, it's not on the
Not
movie,
in
but
the
I
movie,
read it.
but
She
in
did
the
end up
trivia,
giving
she
up
gives up the little girl
Madison.
Yeah.
Or
Madison.
I think was her name. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
in hopes that she has a better life. And
Yeah.
there's, like I said, there are parts that are really sad because like you see the imprinting of the parents' behavior onto the kid, like.
Yeah.
You know, and
Oh,
it's like they
100%.
just don't have a shot. Like,
Yeah.
and like, I mean, and that's the ones that moved to Michigan that seem to be doing a little better, and like
Missouri, I think.
somewhere
I don't remember.
I don't
Away.
remember either.
um,
It's an M.
away. And the one boy's talking about like, yeah, well, when I was in school, the teachers just already assumed that I was trash and would never amount to anything. And like, it's like, well, like, how do you live that life?
Right.
Like, what do you become if that's everyone's expectation of you? Like,
The other movie that
Hmm.
we did on the podcast that this kind of reminded me of about what the part I was talking about was the
Mulholland Drive.
no, not that one. About the wrestling family, the Claw,
Iron
Iron
Claw.
Claw?
Iron Claw, because they had like that curse where things kept happening, and it's kind of the same way because
Yeah.
the dad is murdered, and then one of the boys is murdered. One of the sons. They all start like dancing
Yeah.
in their dad's footsteps. One is murdered. The other one is like playing around with a gun, thinks it's empty, shoots himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one, I think he lived, but he got beat up or something. There was like another thing.
Yeah.
And it was like things kept happening to the family.
Like in a broad sense, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
But they're not like proud of it.
Right.
Like these people are proudly ignorant.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's the thing. Like if you're,
they love who they are.
yeah, and it's like, okay, but I don't want to. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to know you.
Right.
Know anything about you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, but the neat thing is, so this one I think was more exploitive in why they did it. I mean, it was Johnny Knoxville,
Right.
And MTV.
Right. This is the Jackass crew making a documentary. Right. So like,
and so there is that, and I think it was done for that reason, which is not great. But Jesco in the first place, he became famous because he is famous in a sense.
From the PBS documentary.
Yeah, in 1991. That's when they did a PBS documentary, Dancing Outlaw.
I've seen so many clips from that,
and I've watched clips. I've never watched the whole thing, but he did that, and then 1994 he was on Roseanne. He was in Beck's music video.
Well, and there's
1995 they did a follow-up, Dancing Outlaw 2. He Goes to Hollywood.
Well, and there's a reason they spotlight Mamie and not him.
Right.
And the reason is that like he's still part of it and he's like in it and like all that, but he is a very good storyteller, and he like when you hear him talk, he doesn't give the vibe that everyone else does. And I think if you not as much. And I think when you spotlight him, you're like, I mean, that guy's out there, but like he seems, less unreasonable.
Right.
And it's just like,
and I think it showed in this the few times he was talking. I mean, he made sense. He said things that were weird or whatever, but at the same time they were right about his like outlook on how they are and things like that.
Yeah, there's some at least a little bit of self-reflection.
Yeah, I feel like he has a good bit, which he's moved away. From what I understand, I think he's in Tennessee at this point. So he got out. I mean, he probably is still on drugs and alcohol and all that, as far as I know. But
so are they still there?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, in Boone County. Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah. Speaking of June, I think June 12th or 16th, I think I just saw is when the Coal Festival starts. And I bet you anything on the open mic night, Mamie will sing.
They're gonna be selling OxyContin now.
Well, that too. But Mamie will be there singing.
They got a booth.
She'll be there singing Coal Miner's Daughter, just like she did. She sings it every year at the the Coal Festival. So yeah, she's definitely still there. I know people that have lived near her recently and things like that, and she's still that what you saw on there. That's Mamie. 100%. I know a lot of people that know her and or have like near her and things.
I've known people like her in
my
life. These people are not unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean,
I know people that are like this.
Yeah,
I went to school with people like this.
I think some of them put on a little bit of a show, but 100% Mamie is just Mamie. Which you could tell she was high through almost the whole movie. She'd be talking and you could just tell.
I can't keep them all straight.
I can't either, honestly.
Yeah. Well, they all have names like.
But they all have their real
Bob.
name. And then
really, yeah.
Well, and then they have nicknames that they actually go by in the course of the thing. So it's like hard to
like
keep
Sue
everyone
Bob.
straight. Yeah.
Which she within the past year, she actually moved to California, and was doing TikTok and things like that, and she fell off TikTok. I think she might have been arrested for something. But supposedly, like, she moved out there and was doing really good, like, for herself. Yeah. But I guess not. But, you should definitely look up her TikToks. Maybe not. They're funny, though. So. But, but one of my, so this, I mean, obviously it's a sad situation. Like you said, I mean, West Virginia, we're eaten up with drugs and things like that. And it affects, a lot of people from different walks of life. And this is obviously not the normal what you see. But
yeah, I mean, like Toby said, like everywhere has issues with drugs.
Right.
And,
Subab
know-
was arrested in 2024,
Oh.
according to WSAC,
Then maybe it was
for
2 years ago.
allegations of stomping a kitten to death and burglary.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wasn't doing too much better.
Maybe worse.
Right.
Maybe worse.
That's
true.
yeah.
But I do think there's a lot of funny moments in this movie too. One of my the thing I think is the most ridiculous, which obviously they did on purpose. They'd like have somebody talk, and the kids are just wild and running around, and then it like switch to like rock music or something, and it's just the kids playing,
yes.
and it's like, but they're all like cussing
Yes.
because that's what they're all
smoking.
used to,
yeah.
Or like, and then the parents keep being like, "Don't cuss," and it's like,
right?
you literally just said 19 curse words in a row
Yeah.
in front, like you like. I'm not saying that you can't curse in front of your children, but like, kids don't know when's appropriate
Right.
to curse or not if you curse in front of.
Well,
Like, it's just
Well, then you have, I think
yeah.
it's Kirk that has the boy Tyler
Mm-hmm.
that's like running all over the house, and she's always talking about her ex
Yeah.
and like how she hates him, and he'll say it too,
Yeah.
and
And then they're
he's
trying
like,
to get him to stop, and it's like,
Dennis is this,
that's
and
all
just
you
gives the
talk about?
fingers.
Like,
Oh my god.
but I mean, and I don't know. I think some of the other Jesco stuff isn't as bad. He's still who he is, and I know in the clips I've seen from Dancing Outlaw, like it's still kind of ridiculous. But I do feel like this one was made specifically to, what you said earlier,
Exploit.
Yeah, that. Just like, have you guys ever seen the things about? I think it's the Whitakers. They're like
Oh, the people that won
most
the lottery.
inbred. No,
Oh, wait.
most inbred family or something like that. And a couple YouTubers started following them and started posting about
It's in
them.
West Virginia.
I don't know if it's in West Virginia.
Oh.
It's somewhere.
So they're all like inbred and
Mm-hmm. And they were like filming them and doing like a documentary on it, but it was very exploitive.
yeah.
To the fact that I think like law enforcement stepped in or something,
I was like,
and made them stop.
You need to stop.
Also, I think they were like collecting money for them and not giving it to them,
Oh.
Oh.
kind of thing. So but it was kind of the same thing, but it wasn't a big production company.
Yeah.
And that it's just sad when you find something like this, and while someone like me finds it kind of funny to watch them, like I enjoy it. At the same time, like the way it was done is very exploitive.
Yeah, but I don't think they know that.
Well, no.
Like, I
that's
think
true.
that's the point. And like, it's like, yeah, it's super exploitive, but they don't know that. They're
Right.
like, oh, so made a movie, like a
Yeah.
documentary
Yeah,
about
they're
us.
just
That's
like-
real cool.
yeah.
Like, they're not like, oh, like
I'm gonna be in the movie.
they made us look foolish or stupid or
Right.
out, like, and it's
Well, that's-
you know,
I mean, I guess you gotta respect them for just being unabashedly who they are.
Right.
I guess.
I mean, that's just
And
like
not caring.
the one that loses the baby.
mm-hmm.
She has the baby and is doing drugs on the side table beside the hospital bed and walking through the hospital smoking.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if it was allowed then.
No, it was.
But I
not
don't think
allowed
so.
In,
No.
like, what, it was 2009.
No.
Right.
Whatever.
Oh, that's
No.
true. Yeah.
No, you couldn't smoke in the hospital.
But she don't care. She did. And then she's
Clearly.
surprised when she pulls up and they take her baby, which leads to one of the best moments ever, the Taco Bell scene.
The Taco Bell scene is
That is 100%.
just in the yelling out the. I've seen that happen in real life.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
I have absolutely seen. Just been a bystander when someone has pulled up into a public space and is just yelling about some family drama out in public, and it's just like, can you?
Yep.
Well, then you have her trying to order as
Yeah.
well, and that was I
And
love that. She's like, I need a steak and cheese fajita,
We
and they're
don't
like,
have
we don't have
fajitas.
fajitas. You ain't got fiestas? No, we
Can
don't
you
have
repeat
that.
again.
Do you have mozzarella sticks? And I'm like, I mean, it's
That's
just
your shirt, right? Do you have mozzarella sticks?
something like that.
It's
Yeah,
ta-
I don't know. I also like you don't have fiestas,
It's taco, like,
but
like I said,
yeah.
those people exist. They exist.
but it's just little funny things, and like in the Taco Bell line when she is yelling at the people through the window, you can tell they absolutely have no idea what she's saying, and they're just waving. They're like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "They took her baby," and
I'm just seeing the South Park
It's just so
They
like
took our jobs. They took our baby. They took our baby.
Probably where they got it.
it's just so like that's so distressing that like I said, I know people
Oh, for
in
sure.
like and it's just I don't understand it. Addiction is a real disease and people really struggle with it and I get but it's just like what
Then they should really, I don't know.
I
They
would be
should
so,
really get some
like-
help, and the producers really should have gotten them some help.
Right. Now I
Instead
will
of just like filming them getting high and being
sure.
idiots.
Now I do know that MTV, or at least Johnny Knoxville, I don't know if it was with MTV's money or what, did help Jesco out a couple times, like bailing him out of jail.
Yeah.
So I know they
sometimes that's
they
helpful
kept
and
some-
sometimes it's
right.
not.
Rehab would have been a better.
right. I mean,
And
I know they
sometimes it's
kept some
not.
kind of relation with him and
Yeah.
did some stuff there. But yeah, I mean, the overall thing was it is definitely exploitive.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we mentioned, this definitely makes opinions on West Virginians not so great. It has definitely had an effect on that. But a lot of, I mean, honestly, a lot of movies that involve West Virginia aren't great either.
Yeah. no.
And I think if you're going to, I can see,
With the exception of Tucker and Dale versus
yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, that one did a pretty good job. But yeah, we're
I'll take that one.
but they're still
either
dumb.
we're either
and
like
that's-
Are they dumb or are they just gentle?
no, they're
sweet
very
people.
no, they're
Yes.
yeah, they're sweethearts.
yeah.
They're
I mean,
nice
they
guys.
are, but yeah.
They're just
But
nice
they're
guys.
yeah, but they're not like killing people or doing meth or
Right,
eating
they're not.
them or like
Yeah.
they're.
No.
I mean, I feel most of the time we're either cannibals or
Mm-hmm.
inbred hillbillies or
That's true.
hopped up on oxy or meth or like we're very rarely get something like
They don't follow the
There's-
kid that goes down my
yeah. There's a movie like Dark Waters
Yeah.
with Mark Ruffalo, which is about our water being polluted. And so everything's
There's a lot
there's
of
not
bad.
all like happy
Right.
portraits of
There's several
West Virginia
documentaries
or our
on
people.
the opioid crisis.
That's
and
what I
they
was-
gotta,
What is it?
There's several documentaries on the opioid crisis
Yeah.
that focus West Virginia.
And that's what I was going to say is like there is a lot of bad things in West Virginia to focus on, and doing it the right way is okay. You know, and the drug epidemic is a big one, and you know, if you've ever seen Heroin or Recovery Boys from Elaine McMillian, which is she was a local, I went to high school with her and she makes movies now, but she did those two documentaries. And Heroin mainly follows around, I can't think of her name, but she's the one that's in the little purple boxes that we have, the one box.
Oh.
She's the one that does the video.
Okay.
And it mainly follows her. I feel like her name's Jill or Jan, but she's like a long-time cop or EMT, whatever she is. But it mainly follows her patrolling the streets and trying to help people overcome their issues,
Okay.
get them to recovery. And I feel like that's the way to do it. Like, yeah, we have this problem. Here's what we're trying to do about it. Recovery Boys is exactly that. It follows people that are living in a recovery house.
I mean,
But it's not exploitive. It just follows them around.
Yeah. So
Right.
like a good.
this is a cautionary tale, but it's not portrayed as such. Really,
No, it's
Right.
portrayed like an episode of Jackass. Like watching
Yeah.
these
100%.
jackasses act like jackasses.
Yeah.
It's not. There's not like really an empathetic bone in its body or
Yeah.
trying to like. I mean, part of a documentary is you're supposed to observe, but I
Mhm.
feel like if shedding light on a situation or providing some statistics or anything about like what is causing this problem of like poverty and
Mhm.
fatalism in this area, just shed some greater view of
yeah.
the problem,
Right.
They-
not
they-
just focusing on reality show hijinks.
Yeah. And
I think they touch on that a little bit, but I think they could have done that a lot more and a lot better. Because
Yeah.
like they definitely have when they're interviewing the other people, being like, "Why? Like basically, why are they like this?"
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah,
well, here's the story. Like here's
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
the-
especially
yeah,
when
I
they
see
talk to
that, yeah.
Jesco. Like
Yeah.
most of when they talk to Jesco is the good stuff.
And when they talk to their lawyer, and their
Um,
lawyer is
yeah.
like, well, and I think maybe the mayor, they're both like, well, D-Ray would have kept them in line
Right.
but there was no chance for Birdie to do it on her own.
Mhm.
And then they're like, but what he did was he saw like everyone just getting paid in script, which is slavery essentially. Like I think we had a in-state armed conflict over it. Everyone knows that, like, getting paid with company store script is effectively just slavery. And that he was like, well, I don't want to do that forever. So what's my out? All of my children are clinically insane.
Yeah.
And he signs them all up for crazy checks in order to like and it's like, I mean, that's not the honest way out. He might not be wrong. Like, that could have been legitimate. That might not be. That might not have been gaming the system.
Yeah, if you keep egging the kid on to be insane,
Yeah.
And
that's a little bit
know.
abuse.
but,
Yeah.
but part of me wonders if when they went into this and started filming, was it going to be Mamie's story or was it going to be Jesco's? But when they interviewed him, his stuff made too much sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Because
that makes sense. That
the
makes
few
sense.
clips that he's in, that's where you get a little bit of heart from it, a little bit. I mean, it's barely there, but a little bit of understanding of the family dynamics that makes them the way they are.
Yeah.
But it's barely there. But it's every time he's on screen, or why he is the way he is. He's very self-aware.
Yeah.
Like they filmed him, they're like, this guy's kind of boring. He's just talking about like,
Yeah, like it's too real.
Like,
yeah, let's go do meth with the
There's
kids.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
running around.
And that I wonder if that's kind of how it went.
Yeah,
I think
because Jesco's the one that was known.
I think
Yeah.
that is how it went. I mean, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they went, oh, well, he seemed sane in comparison to Mamie. And then they were like,
Bar's low.
the bar's low. But they were just like, we're gonna, follow her instead
Yeah.
and kind of get a vibe for like, just kind of focus on this family. And this is not like, it's a less flattering picture, but I mean, it is more interesting in a way. Like it is like there's a reason that trash reality TV gets views, and it's
People like me.
Well, no, that wasn't what I was
Honestly,
gonna say.
but
What I was gonna say is like people enjoy Schadenfreude. They like watching the like stupidity and suffering of others, and like to a certain extent,
Yeah.
and it like people leave. I think I mean, I don't know. Like this movie does not make me feel good to watch. It's not. It just doesn't. I just feel bad. I feel sorrow for them, and I feel like shame to a certain extent. That is not my own shame, but for like.
They don't have it, so you're feeling it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's for like. I mean, I know people like this. There are people
No, yeah,
in
no,
my
I
life and
know,
in my
yeah.
family that are like this,
Right.
and it is shameful, to
Right.
me. And it is like it's hard to process, like kind of like what that look. And again, I will say I am not from here. This is not a unique to
Right.
West Virginia problem. Like it is
No, it's not.
anywhere that is like poor. I think Southern typically, like it's just
yeah.
anywhere that doesn't have like
Any kind
lot of
industry or
outs.
yeah.
Right.
has
jobs.
problems with drugs and is rural.
Mhm.
Like this isn't West Virginia. This is rural America, and it's like, that's sad. Like what?
Yeah.
You don't have anything for the kids to do, so they just go get high and
Right.
And
Yeah.
I feel like if they had provided some level of more context as to why they're like this, like if you give people access to a decent wage, healthcare, and resources, then they're not gonna be like these people. So like, if the documentary crew had, I don't know, gone to the Capitol or gone to any politicians and
But like, what do you do to fix things?
yeah, like
Life's
what are you doing to help these people get off drugs, get a decent job, get education, so that they don't have to be this way.
Right.
Because I
Would have
don't.
been way less exploitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
what
I
are you
mean,
doing to make sure that like their kids don't live the lives that they
Yeah.
do?
Which
Like,
shocker.
'Cause-
By the way, update on the
Oh my
family.
God.
Almost all of them have went to jail at this point.
shocked.
that's not
Um,
that's yeah. I was
Even
Because this is like 17 years old, so these kids,
Yeah.
the kids are like in college in their 20s
Mhm.
by now.
Mhm.
yeah, and
Probably.
I mean even because I looked up Tyler, the youngest one,
Mhm.
giving the finger and stuff. He's
yeah.
funny. But anyways, I forget what he ended up in jail for, but he's already been in jail. And
Well, I mean that's what was
What's
he,
like the beginning of Idiocracy?
yeah,
what's he supposed to do?
just-
His mom
Right.
is clearly so high over the whole course of the thing. Like she can barely talk. Like,
but she hates Dennis.
but she hates Dennis.
100%. It's all she talks
That's
about.
all she talks about, and
Yeah.
it's like
They'll be like, "You want a burrito?" Yes, and I hate Dennis. Like I felt like that's how it was.
while
the
I
whole
have
movie.
TV, and that's the point with the TV camera. She's like, "Are people gonna see this?
Yeah,
Let me explain
Yeah.
how much I hate Dennis."
Right.
And it's like
that's a slogan.
that is
Yeah.
just like like I would say maybe he just wanted really far away, but I guess he slept with her cousin, so no,
Right.
same thing.
But I mean, I kind of expected y'all to feel the way you do. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know. I do. I enjoy it. I still think it's exploitive. I think it could have done better. There are different things but I also enjoy it
I
just
don't
because
hate
I think
it.
there's things
it makes
funny
me
in it.
sad though. I
Yeah.
don't hate it, but it makes me sad. Like
I think I try to watch it on a level where I don't put my feelings into it,
yeah,
and then it's funny.
It
Yeah.
just makes me angry.
Yeah.
like I don't hate it, but it does bring me
mean-
sorrow. Like I said, because like
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, you got to think, like, there are people, like, it's just, those people are, and at some level, like, yes, you choose your life and you choose the things that you do, and some things are nature and some things are nurture,
hmm
and, like, but
If you're raised by these people,
would
really have much
would
choice.
you have, like, would they be different if they weren't in rural West Virginia? With no opportunity, like you don't
if they were in a different impoverished place,
or if they were less impoverished.
well, yeah, that would change who they. Yeah,
Yeah, that would change who they are.
absolutely. I mean, it's like the trading places thing. Like you take the poor guy, the homeless guy,
yeah,
you give him a bunch of money and a Wall Street job.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like
you put the rich guy in the poor guy's situation. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
completely it changes how they act.
Yeah. And I think it's clear that maybe creativity or being entertaining runs in the family. In this
Nothing wrong with
movie-
that.
Right. But that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, yeah.
In this movie, like, obviously it's in the wrong way. Mamie is entertaining in the wrong way.
Yeah,
But, I mean, she likes to get up and sing and do things like that. Jessica does the dancing. A lot of the kids have tried the dancing and things like that. Like, there was obviously a hint of talent there that had they been somewhere else, that they may have still been famous.
well, I think that they're self-aware. Like she even like
Violence.
when they're talking
Yeah.
to her at the end, she's having like a medium reflective moment where they're like, "Well, what do you is life generally like good or bad?" She's like, "I've never seen it be good," and it's like but I guess we are who we are, and it's like
Yeah.
they know what they do is wrong. And they know what, like, because she says, I mean, that, like, she's clearly on drugs when she's saying this, but she, like, talks about how, like, they're all, like, she says, like, we're all going to hell. And, like, I basically, and, like, I mean, Jessica was like, it's the sin or the demon in them. And it's like, that's such a common thing, I feel like, to blame your vices on some internal thing that makes you the way that you are, that you can't help. And it's like no one has shown you how to help.
Right.
Like no one's
You've never had help.
you've never had help.
Right.
And
and I feel like there's certain like they have a reputation, so they're just living up
Yeah.
That
at this
reputation.
to that
point, yeah.
reputation.
And-
It's not
And I think a lot of that reputation came from this movie.
Yeah.
I think they had a reputation because
I mean,
of who
certainly
they
like
are
locally,
anyways.
like with
locally they have
yeah,
that
like
reputation
in
already.
They have the
Boomtown.
reputation regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like this just blew that up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Nuclear,
meant. Yeah. Because like
Like their
I mean,
reputation
Jessica talks
was
about threatening to murder his wife in the 90s on
He does.
PBS. So like
Yeah.
like
well, that's what I'm
it's right
saying. They,
Yeah, I
I,
guess
mean,
so.
they were
Okay.
still themselves, but that still was more of a documentary, whereas this was, I think, exploitive on purpose.
Mhm.
But I mean, his other stuff, like when he was on Roseanne, it wasn't about the family.
No.
Like he was Jesco, he was like an uncle or something, and he was just mentioned through the thing. And then the only time he's actually in the show is at like the ending credits. He's tap dancing.
Yep.
Like it had nothing to do with the craziness that is the Whites. And my favorite thing that involves him is he's also in GTA 5. I didn't know till I looked it up. He actually is one of the radio hosts, doing the voice for a radio host, which I didn't know that. The part I did know is there's a location you go to, and it's just some houses, and there's a man with a boombox and a piece of cardboard out tap dancing. And that's
him?
Jesco. Yeah. So he's actually in the game as well, which I think is kind of cool.
He's in the biggest video game
right.
of all time, highest selling, or
Yeah.
one of them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus.
And once again, it's the rest of them aren't in there. It's not about them.
Yeah.
It's about him being a dancer.
he's
so-
the Alec Baldwin
Yeah.
of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I think it's just it brings a lot of discussion about the way people exploit others, the way West Virginia is exploited in a way.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
do
no
we
one-
have our bad things? 100%. Every state does. Is some of ours the worst? 100%. But you could also do,
It's-
like you said, even if they made this
Some
documentary.
of it's the worst because literally everyone who's ever been involved with the state has just set out to take what they wanted and what they needed
Mm-hmm.
from it
Yeah.
and its people, and then
Leave it be.
leave it the
Yeah, just leave it in
Right.
ruin.
and leave
And-
it in ruin.
And that's what I was going to say.
Like-
Just like you said, if they would have made this same documentary, but half of it would have been them fighting for these people.
If the money from this documentary went to fund recovery programs,
Right.
Yeah.
for things
A
'cause, like, this
rehabilitation
did
center in
really
Boone
well.
County, or-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Like there was a right way to do this, and that's why I mentioned those other two documentaries as well. Those are great if you've never seen them.
Yeah.
if you were gonna film this as a cautionary tale of like what
Yeah. Exactly.
what the opioid epidemic does to
Right.
people and what poverty and disenfranchisement does to people, it
You'd have my full support.
Yeah.
and,
I mean, it was
and then turn around and do something with the profits that is productive and helpful.
yeah.
Sure, great. I don't know that they didn't, but I don't.
I'm not
I
one
think
of
we
those.
would have
I
heard
didn't
from
look
that.
into it.
We would have heard about that. I think.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it wasn't in the movie. Like it could have been part of the movie.
Yeah.
Them doing that. But I mean, like I said, it's exploitive. It's trash TV. It's made for people like me who really enjoy it. But there's other ways to do it. There could have been some other things they did, and I don't know. I mean, maybe one day we'll get an okay outlook on West Virginia documentary, but I doubt
I don't
it.
know. We'd have to have like clean water in large portions of the state first, and
Yeah.
actual solutions for
Issues.
recovery
Industries.
and
Mm-hmm.
industries that don't have stakeholders that exclusively live out of the state and then
Also true.
mistreat their workers and underpay them. We'd have to have, I don't know, laws about what minimum wage should be and
Yeah.
I mean, that's nationwide.
like
but,
what
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I enjoy this movie. I really do. There's a lot of things about it I like. But I kind of figured you guys would feel how you feel about it. But I think it's a good, and in a way, like I know it wasn't the best thing for them to be like, here's West Virginia. But I feel like if you live in West Virginia too, it helps you understand the outlook of others on West Virginia.
Yeah.
Because
to a
even
certain
if you're
extent,
from West Virginia and you watch this, you're like, oh, okay. Like, that's not normal. But
Yeah.
we can see where a lot of people do
I
get
can
their
see where it
opinions.
comes from. Like
Right.
it's not like I said. It's not like it's the result of a broken system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It just is like, and it's like I said, I think it's true anywhere in like rural America that has the same set of problems we do. It's just so much of West Virginia is rural and impoverished that
Right.
it just feels more common than.
Yeah. I guess that basically wraps up Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Yeah.
At least for now, unless any of them ever want to come on the podcast, because that could be
Please don't.
okay. I'll interview you.
I
That'll be a separate podcast.
I don't
yeah,
know.
dude. I don't want any part of
I'll
it.
do a whole
little
series.
Concerned about any of the whites hearing this podcast, like
Yeah, I don't think
so.
but that was my time, or my turn of picking.
It's Josh's next.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to
This
get
is
to.
my time.
It was my turn. That was my movie. Josh, I guess it would be your turn next, right?
Yeah.
So what are we
What are we
doing?
watching?
So I actually made quite a list
Mhm.
of
Okay.
movies, which is really difficult to pick because I feel like I need to bring balance to the universe after watching this.
Mm-hmm.
We're not watching Mulholland Drive again, are we?
No, I didn't tell you there was a sequel.
Oh,
Mulholland
Lord.
Drive 2, Electric Boogaloo. So there's a lot of movies on the list, classics, Oscar winners,
Sure.
everything, and that's what I picked. So, like,
Can we watch something that doesn't make us sad?
oh no,
Oh, no.
oh
No,
no.
we have to be
Well,
sad.
good news.
I'm gonna take
not
you.
sad.
So to me, films are about empathy.
That's
That's the Roger Ebert is a
Mhm.
really great quote about films are empathy machines,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
and I'm gonna pick one of the best ones
Okay.
that encompasses that idea.
Okay.
I am gonna pick the 5-time Oscar winner, The Deer Hunter, starring Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep. It's a Vietnam film.
Mm-hmm.
It is 3 hours long.
I've
It is
never
not
seen this
fast. No, it's not. I swear, it's not payback for this.
Mhm.
A little bit, maybe.
one. I've not seen this one, and
I
it's
haven't.
been on the list of movies that I think it's on the list of movies that most people should see. So
Yeah, it should be on every list of like 100 movies you need to see before you die or whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to try it.
It's brilliant. I love it. It only gets better every time I watch it. Which, admittedly, I've only seen it a few times because it's
3 hours long.
no
Oh.
3 hours is not that long.
Oh.
You sit
It's-
and watch 3 hours of just trash.
I know.
Okay, you can
And
sit
I
and watch
can.
3 hours of
I could
like
watch. I could sit and watch like Bad Girls
of-
Club all day
a
long.
brilliant filmmaking and artistry on display.
It's just rough.
I just
Such a
really
commitment.
genuinely please give this your full attention.
Okay.
That's real.
I will
like
at least
real.
attempt it. I will 100% attempt it.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
like
So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna watch The Deer Hunter,
okay.
and we'll talk about it on the next episode.
Okay. I mean, sounds like a good cast. I love Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I'm not big on war movies.
It's the war part of the movie is very little.
Okay.
It's really
What's happening around it?
you spend an hour of the film in one night
Oh wow.
Oh,
in a
okay.
wedding night.
Okay. So it's not
Or it's like surrounding a wedding.
okay.
The day before or the couple days before they leave to go to Vietnam.
Okay. So it's
So-
not like a war.
So it's
war
very clearly like the first
War
hours
times.
is the day or so before.
Mm-hmm.
The middle hour is kind of the Vietnam section, even though I don't even think it's an hour. And then you have the post
Okay.
when they return.
Mhm.
It's
mean,
very
that sounds
clearly
interesting.
structured.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's not Saving Private Ryan where there's just like battle
Right.
scenes,
Okay.
half
that's what I
hour
was
battle
picturing.
scenes.
Okay. I was wondering how Meryl Streep fit into that.
Yeah, no, the Vietnam sections, which you would typically like the Vietnam violence and
Mm-hmm.
everything, is very. I bet it probably compromises maybe 20 minutes of the
Oh,
movie
that's
or
not
half
bad.
hour. Like it's not a lot.
Okay.
So it's not like it is a movie about war, but it's not a
War
war
times
movie.
more.
It's a movie about wartime.
It's a
and
movie about
after
the effects of war.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's about the assumption of what war is and then the reality of what
What war?
how war affects you.
And you said it was a 5-time.
Yes, it won Best Picture came out in 1978. Won Best Picture, Best Director. Christopher Walken won Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, he's in it too.
Yeah, Chris Walken.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like him.
this is his first. This is what really put him on the map.
Oh, okay.
And I think it won a couple like film editing and sound design.
Cool.
A couple technical Oscars.
I think
Okay.
like I said, that's been my list to watch. I'm excited to try it.
It's
That's way out
anytime-
my wheelhouse of like a normal movie that like I would generally pick up on a.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think for me then, and it's just like 3 hours is so daunting to me. But it's a lot of it is because I never know how my ADHD is going to be each day.
Well-
So like to sit down and watch something is really hard for me.
Yeah.
But like trash TV that I throw on, it's not like I watch it the whole time.
The way you,
I basically listen to things.
I mean,
but,
if it helps you, you could almost structure this as 3 episodes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it might
like-
help me.
So, like the minute that the wedding is over, that's the end of the first episode,
Okay.
and then I think you'll be able to see at the moment you can stop at the
Yeah.
second and third
Okay.
if you
I
want to
mean-
do that. Although ideally
Right.
in one setting, so that
I will
the
try it in one
overwhelming
setting.
power just
But I like the idea that there is opportunity to do it in a different
Is
way.
an opportunity.
Sometimes
There is
that's
opportunity.
that's the best way for me to take it in because
okay,
like,
whatever works for you.
that's what works. Yeah.
I'll remember that to find him some timestamps for future movies where it's like watch this much and then stop and then watch this much the next.
Honestly,
day.
a great idea.
That might help.
Yeah.
We might can get through an animated feature with some level of paying attention.
I think that's just
I think that's might be a lost cause.
I think it's a
Yeah.
mental hang up. I really do. I think your brain says that you don't like animation and you just can't get past that.
I like Jimmy Neutron.
I don't know. That's actually a children's cartoon.
I might pick an animated movie at some point that you might
might like.
that will make you uncomfortable.
Well,
too.
I
That'll make me
hope-
happy.
Were you?
I-
What are you gonna do? Mad God or something like that?
No heavy metal.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hope that
So much gratuitous
That's
nudity.
gonna make him very uncomfy
Animated nudity.
there was enough in this one.
constantly.
The Wild and Wonderful Whites.
Oh yeah.
Too much of that. Well, then I'm going to need Britney Spears to make another movie so I can make y'all watch it.
They're making a biopic.
Yeah, but
Supposedly Margot Robbie, which seems it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be her. That's what I heard.
yeah. But no, I don't know. I'll think of some other stuff to put y'all through one of these
awesome.
days.
Thanks. So anyway, yeah, next episode, Deer Hunter,
For sure. And what did you say what year it came out?
78.
78. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch it. Do we have it here?
Yeah, we have it on DVD and
Okay.
Blu-ray and 4K.
And who knows, it might be on Canopy. We haven't checked.
It's not on Canopy.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
We have checked.
Yeah.
So
I checked.
but we do have it here. So watch Deer Hunter 1978 and come back next podcast. Join us next episode when we will talk about Josh's pick, Deer Hunter.
Yep.
But until then, I'm Aaron,
I'm Josh.
I'm Toby.
and this has been The Real Opposites.